Imagine surviving one earthquake. Then, before you even understand what just happened, a second, stronger earthquake hits only 39 seconds later. That is what happened in Venezuela, when two powerful earthquakes struck in sequence, with reported magnitudes of 7.2 and 7.5. The rare event shocked scientists, devastated communities, and left thousands of families searching for answers. Buildings collapsed, roads cracked. Coastal neighborhoods in La Guaira were among the hardest hit.
Looking at this thing, this is foam plastic, man. These columns are full of damn foam plastic. Damn it. They put a bit of cement on the outside, but the inside is packed with foam. That's why it all came down with this thing. They say it was caused by an earthquake, but that's a complete lie. Touch it. It's all foam in the middle. No one is stupid. Now, I understand why this whole thing collapsed. They did this for the money. Man, this is not a small issue.
Rescue workers searched through rubble, while families waited outside, hoping to hear the voices of loved ones trapped beneath concrete. Official numbers have continued to change as rescue operations continue, but reports describe hundreds to thousands of deaths. Thousands injured, and many still missing. But as the dust settled, another question began to rise. Why did so many buildings collapse? In some neighborhoods, survivors said modern buildings failed too quickly. Videos circulating online showed rescue workers and residents pointing to damaged walls and questioning the materials inside. Some claimed they found lightweight foam-like material where they expected stronger structural support. But these videos have not all been independently verified. And in a disaster like this, misinformation can spread almost as fast as the earthquake itself. Fact-checkers have already warned that some viral videos linked to the Venezuela earthquakes were old, misleading, or AI-generated. Still, serious questions remain. Engineers and analysts have pointed to several possible reasons for the scale of destruction. Older buildings, weak construction, poor maintenance, soft coastal soil, and structures that may not have been strong enough for major seismic shaking. La Guaira is especially vulnerable because some areas sit on loose coastal sediments. During a strong earthquake, this type of ground can amplify shaking, making buildings move harder and longer than expected. In some collapsed buildings, experts also raised concerns about what is called a soft story design. This happens when the lower floor of a building is more open than the floors above, often because it is used for parking, shops, or entrances. During an earthquake, that weak lower level can fail first, causing the upper floors to collapse downward. This kind of collapse is called a pancake collapse, and when it happens, survival becomes extremely difficult. For residents, the tragedy is not only about the earthquake, it is also about trust. Trust in builders. Trust in inspectors. Trust in government promises. Trust that the homes people sleep in will protect them when disaster comes. Some of the damaged buildings were connected to public housing programs and large construction projects built over the past 2 decades. Reports have mentioned international contractors and political pressure to build quickly, but investigators have not yet provided a final public conclusion on exactly which projects failed, why they failed, or who is responsible. So the safest truth is this: the earthquake was natural, but the level of destruction may have been made worse by human decisions. Poor materials, weak oversight, bad planning, lack of maintenance, and construction in high-risk areas. These are the questions engineers, investigators, and families will be asking for years. Because when the ground shakes, it does not only test buildings, it tests the systems behind them. It tests whether corners were cut. It tests whether warnings were ignored. And it reveals the difference between a building that was made to last and one that was only made to look finished. Today, thousands of Venezuelans are grieving, searching, and rebuilding. Many have lost homes. Some have lost entire families. Others are sleeping outside, afraid of aftershocks, and afraid to return to damaged buildings. But even in the middle of disaster, there are stories of courage. Neighbors digging with bare hands, rescue workers risking their lives, families sharing food, water, and shelter, people refusing to give up even when everything around them has fallen. This tragedy reminds us that earthquakes do not kill only because the earth moves. They become deadly when people are left unprotected. Strong buildings save lives. Honest construction saves lives. Prepared communities save lives. And when leaders, engineers, builders, and citizens take safety seriously, future tragedies can be reduced. Venezuela's double earthquake lasted only moments, but its lessons may last for generations. Because every disaster leaves behind one question: will we rebuild the same way? Or will we rebuild better?